Here's the deal. My expectation of excellency is effing up my consistency. And this video, to, to get the momentum going, is an act of resistance. Let's get into it. So, if you read my Substack article titled Why Success Never Felt Like Success, for me, you would know that I expect to be the absolute best at everything that I do. It doesn't matter if what I do is subjective, right? I am expecting to always be the undeniable best in the category, right? And so I'm always looking at excellence as my barometer. So here I am wanting to be more consistent with content, show up on YouTube. I hear how much it's not even that I hear, I have watched, I have been on YouTube since Issa Rae was putting out awkward black girl episodes. I was waiting on the episodes. I've been on YouTube for a very long time. Let me not say on YouTube, I've been watching YouTube. I put my own videos out when I was in high school, and I would do a couple of things. Do y'all remember that MAC lipstick? It was either heroin or heroine. I don't know. But I did a video on that, or I did my little twist out. But then I wasn't consistent because I was like, dang, that person's video looks better than mine. Mind you, it all looked the same. We were all in our raggedy bedrooms with no ring light, right? We didn't have any of the things that we have as far as production value that we do today. And yet I was still like, oh, if I'm not the best, then I'm getting out of here. And yeah, I have found that in this watching of YouTube, I too have wanted to take part, but I'll stop myself, or I'll put something out and think, ugh, this ain't all of that, because I'm expecting excellency. I'm expecting a production. Which is crazy because I watched Issa again do her Awkward Black Girl series. And if she had expected to have an HBO level production when she was just putting it on YouTube, we would not have Insecure, right? She would have been too insecure to finish Awkward Black Girl. So I'm coming on here on I went and I searched photo booth because I was like, oh, I got to get my camera together. Oh, I should get my mic. Oh, I should do this. Oh, I should do that. When in reality, all I should do is just turn on the camera and talk. Especially nowadays, as we are moving as a culture, as a society, we're seeing so much perfected things because of AI, to the point now where we're like, dang, I kind of just miss this. Yeah, we see so many people with everything is so perfect. It is excellent. There's no more excellent it can be. And so we're just like, okay, but what's real? And you know what's real for me right now? While my babies are napping, finally quiet. That's probably why I'm kind of whispering. What's real for me right now is just turning on photo booth and having these conversations with you, right? Or just recording wherever I am. It doesn't have to be in a podcast studio. I had a friend and she's a newer friend. We've known each other. I live in Atlanta, and Atlanta, as much as we want to believe we're a city, we are a city. Don't get it twisted, but a small one in comparison. So we've known each other. We'll follow each other, but only recently that we've been kicking it, seeing each other at the gym, doing different things. Anyway, we went on a walk, a little mom walk with our kids, and she said, oh, I miss your podcast. I miss hearing your voice. And I was like, damn, that's all people want to hear. She didn't say, dang, I miss the studio that you built for yourself. Oh, I miss I miss that mic that you were using. She didn't say any of that. She said, I miss hearing your voice and your perspective. And I was like, I'm not really sure why I get so caught up in thinking that people really like everything outside of me. What's that about? I'm bringing that up to my therapist this week. What's that about? And not only am I asking myself the question of what's that about? I'm also asking, like, or coming to the realization of, like, okay, what do I want people to know me for? What do I want people to care about? Am I like, oh, I really want people to see me as a really good editor, or a creative director. I am creative and I love directing things, okay? But ultimately, I want you to hear my voice and hear my perspective. So who gives a damn what everything else looks like? I can do that on what? Photo booth, which is why I'm here. Okay? I'm done. I'm so done coming up with excuses. I can't do it anymore. I cannot do it anymore. I'm losing my mind. And it's like, it's so interesting. This is the perspective part. It's so interesting how our minds work. I remember when I was getting my coaching certification, we talked about like the rate of change, not the rate of change, that's science, and maybe I'm not good at science. But we were talking about like these steps of change, right? Where someone who realizes that you start with not even realizing that you need to change. And then you start to realize it and it starts to fester, right? And you're like, ooh, yuck, what's that? Do I need to change? And then you get to another part where you're like, oh shit, I gotta change. And it's festering so much that like I have to make a decision. And then some people either make a decision to stay where they are, and then they're just disgruntled and frustrated for the rest of their lives, or they make a hard decision of making the change and grinning and bearing it and hating everything about it. And then they get to the other side and say, wow, okay, that was really difficult. Okay. And I'm still kind of wavering, like, was that change even necessary? And then you get to the other part where you're like, damn, I'm so glad I made that change. There's that point of inflection where both decisions are hard. I'm either going to make the change or I'm going to stay where I am. And for a while now, I've been staying where I am, and I've been disgruntled, and I've been lacking creativity, and I've been coming up with excuses and saying like, yeah, well, or I'll have so much hope and optimism because I am very optimistic inherently, that I'll think, oh, there's going to be a future moment where it's going to make sense and I'm going to make a change and everything is just going to work out so beautifully and perfectly and flowing. And it's like, no, no, no. It's going to be hard regardless. Whether it's hard for you to get over the aesthetic side of things and this expectation of excellency, or it's going to be hard for you to sit back and continue to watch people go after and chase after their dreams, even in the imperfect ways that they do it. Are you going to sit back and wait for things to be perfect, knowing that deep down knowing that they'll never come? Or are you going to suck it up and work with what you got and watch that work for you? Because deep down you know it's going to work for you. You just have to get over yourself and your ego. Your ego is holding you back. Yeah, the expectation of excellency is ego. Of you thinking that I've got to show and prove that I'm better than everybody in every space, which is, mind you, when in the Substack article, I talk about how crazy this is, because it is crazy. Again, I'm gonna talk to my therapist about it, okay? Talking to somebody about it, because it is insane. Where is this coming from? I know where it comes from. I know it comes from sports. I know it comes from my culture and Black excellency. I know it comes from so many things, and it's about damn time that I make a change. And it's hard, but I'm here. I can't stay where I am. So I'm spending these next 12 weeks. Obviously, I want this to be ongoing, but I got to break things down into seasons. Again, athlete in me. It's got to be 12 weeks of like, okay, I'm on and I'm going to be consistent and I'm going to show up and do videos, even if it means it just looks like this. Because what do I want people to know me for? This right here. This right here. How much more do I need other than this right here? And until things can expand and flow to me, I have to attract them by just showing up. Unscripted, ranting a little bit. But hey, that's when the best material comes out of me. And maybe that's a message. Maybe that's a message. Not even maybe. I know I've said so many times, I want my work to be effortless. I want to do the things that come to me so naturally that they don't feel like work. This does not feel like work. I can yap it up to a camera all day and talk about feelings perspective. This is nothing for me. Here I am, being obedient, following through, and I'm excited to post it. Period. Okay, so I don't think I have anything else. I don't have an outro. I clearly don't have an intro yet, and maybe I don't need one. Y'all remember when Kelly Stamps? She's still on here. I think she's under like Stampi Stamps. Either way, if you remember Kelly Stamps a couple of years back when she first got on YouTube, she had she used like a local, it might have been her iPhone. It's a low quality camera, and she was just her quirky self. And I think her content has gone in a different direction at this point, but like she grew exponentially, and just by being herself. And I think the people enjoyed it because it wasn't so perfect, and they saw, I don't know, it worked, and it grew exponentially. And it's like, why not you? Why do you think you have to have so much more outside of yourself to get to where you want to be? Why do you feel like you have to have so much more outside of yourself to get to where you want to be? I'm going to say that one again because that one's for you. That one's for you. Why do you feel like you have to have so much more outside of yourself to get to where you want to be? You are enough. You have enough. You are equipped with everything that you need. What made you, who told you that you needed more than yourself? I don't know, but that shit. I think me and so many other millennials are in this. I saw someone call it a millennial upgrade, not or a midlife upgrade, not a midlife crisis, but like we're upgrading our lives. And I think the biggest upgrade that one can have is realizing that they are everything that they need. They are equipped with everything that they need, so that we stop looking for a job or a relationship or a validation from somebody else, peer validation, to define our worth. We define it. And in defining it, we discover who we are and what we truly want without anybody else's opinions, thoughts, or feelings about it. That is an upgrade. I don't know what else is that. That's there's no better upgrade than that. And I feel like so many millennials are right there. So, with that being said, I'm signing off. I'm Morgan Bullock. Oh, I didn't even say, hey, I didn't even tell y'all who I am. Hey, I'm Morgan. It's in the name. I'm Morgan Bullock. You can find me everywhere at Morgan Bullock _ and at morganbullock.substack.com. I be on there a lot. Obviously, I like to write. English wasn't Spanish. Oh my gosh. Science wasn't my subject, but I did major in English, and writing is definitely a gift. So yeah, go check it out. Read my post on why success never felt like success, and all the other things that I've posted. All right, I'm gonna see you next week. Later.